Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English or RJK Urdu. Now we need to deal with some notations that you might see and that actually might be useful to you. Remember, sometimes notations don't actually show up. We know one of the problems in Urdu is the short vowels don't often show up. These don't show up in the actual word. So we're going to look at some notations that can help us with this. Okay, so first we're going to deal with Tashdeed, which is this guy right here. We've already talked about it before, Tashdeed, but we're going to talk about it a little more now. Tashdeed shows that it is a doubling of the consonant. So if we were actually doing Hindi and in Devanagari, a doubled consonant, like if I had an L, this is an L. If I doubled the L, I would just make another of these marks next to the L, and that would double the L. In Urdu, it's a little bit easier actually. So let's take the word pakka, which means like sure or certain. In Hindi, it would be spelled. See, this mark has been doubled, so you hold it a little bit longer. Here's pakka in Urdu. Here's our pa. Pa with our special ka, right? Pakka. But that K is being held double the amount. So I put this right above it. Okay, Pakka. The most famous one would be Allah, God's name. We have this Tashdeed, Tashdeed above it because it's Allah. Allah. You hold that ul a little bit longer. Another is acha. Cha is going to be held double the amount of time before it goes ha. So it's acha. So if I'm good, acha means good. I would say main acha hoon, not main acha hoon, main acha hoon. We've done the Tashdeed. We're going to go down to the floating Alif and maybe touch on this one as well. These are touching on Arabic ways of spelling, and it's something that is within Urdu, especially for religious words. So for instance, when I write out Allah, but actually this floating Alif, this is Alif. We use this for I, u. The Alif floats above this, and this is an Arabic convention. Allah. So this ah is up here. I also knew someone, her name was Bushra. So it would be B, sh, ra. I don't know why it's an E instead of an but there was a floating Alif above that. Okay, Bushra. Another would be Rahman, which is another word for God, but many people's names are Rahman. So it's not, as we would think, Rahman. It can be spelled this way, but notice that there's no ah in here. The ah actually goes over it. It goes over it like that. So again, these are Arabic conventions, so if you see it, you'll know what it is. Alif, lam. This is Alif, and this is lam. Lam, or lam. That's the L, right? In Arabic, there are a lot of Alif lams. The one you'll come across the most is Assalamu alaikum and wa alaikum assalam. Okay, so this is the A. Notice that there is an A and a lam there. It's actually al-salam, and then there's an alaikum, and this is actually a but in Urdu we don't say it, so it's assalamu alaikum, alaikum, assalamu alaikum, and you want to hold that S, assalamu alaikum, but we don't say this L. So it becomes like a double S. This al is at the beginning of a lot of words in Arabic. Al. So it comes through in the spelling in Urdu. And this means peace be to you. It's something that Muslims say to each other. Assalamu alaikum. And what is the response? Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam. Here's our AL right here. Assalam. So assalamu alaikum. Ooh, get that wa alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. All right, I'm going to cover sukoon. Sukoon shows that there is no vowel between two consonants. So if I write the word must, which means like relaxed or cool person or something, must. So you see I have the M, the S, T. There's no vowel in between this S and T. So what I can do is put this sukoon right there. So it could be must, and the sukoon goes like over the first consonant, over the S. Must, that means they go together. It's not musat, musat. Do you see how you could think that it's musat? Because you can't tell if there is a vowel in there. So sukoon means there's no vowel. What do you think Hamza means? It means there's a vowel. Okay. If I take the word batana, if I haven't discussed it yet, when verbs are in their infinitive form, they have na at the end. So it would be batana. This is to tell someone something. Batana. This na drops off when I conjugate the verb. And one of the conjugations is for tum. I change this to the O ending of the tum form. So tum batao. You tell me. Tum mujhe batao. Tell me. The problem is, here's this ah, right? And here's this o. You put a little Hamza right here between these two. This Hamza. That means I know, oh, that's going from ah into o. Here's another place it shows up. Same thing, batana. But this time I'm going to make it for op. Op bataye. So bata. And then it's going to be iye. So between this ah and this e is an I. Bataye. This is actually a y, e, y, ye. So this is bata, e, so it's bata, iye. See this ah and then I, this short vowel. But the short vowel isn't shown, right? So I need to put a little Hamza here so that I know, and actually, if you want to be even more formal, you would put an extra one there, you would put the Hamza here. So that would show that there is a short vowel in between the ah and then the y. So this can work for a lot of things. Sunaye means to tell as well, but like to tell a story. Sunana. Sunana. So S, the short U, N-A-N-A. But here we're going to take the na off in order to make it into something else. So sunao. Yeah, here I would put the Hamza over the O to show that this is another vowel here. Or I could also take this as sunav, right? Because the wa can be this. But I make it sunao. Put this here so that I know that it's another vowel after this vowel. For the op, suna, ye, sunaye, sunaye, sunaye. I put this little Hamza there. So these are the markings that we use in Urdu. I hope this is useful to you. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want to talk more, look down below, RJK English. You can go there, or you can go to Baltimore Hindi Language Learning Club, and we can talk there as well. All right, see you next time.